On the 22nd of January 2016, Chris Chibnall was announced as the showrunner for Series 11 of Doctor Who. On the 16th of July 2017, Jodie Whittaker was announced as the first female Doctor, the 13th Doctor and the Doctor for Series 11 of Doctor Who. And on the 22nd of October 2017, Bradley Walsh, Tosin Cole and Mandip Gill were announced as the three companions alongside Jodie Whittaker's Doctor for Series 11. It's been a long old wait, but today, the 7th of October 2018, Doctor Who is back. So hello everybody, welcome along to this video, my big preview video for Series 11 of Doctor Who, with it's just a few hours away. We've got just several hours to wait until the woman who fell to Earth, Jodie Whittaker, the 13th Doctor, does fall to Earth, kicks into action, and Series 11 begins. Yes, it hasn't been since the 1st of July 2017, so a good nearly 15 months since the last series ended, obviously twice upon a time in between, but it's been a long old time, and over 2.5 years since Chris Chibnall we first knew was going to be doing this series. It's finally coming to air all this time later, but what can we expect from it? Well, as every single interview has kind of intimated as to be true, the keyword is new. Everything is new in Series 11. There is virtually nothing from previous series that's going to be coming back, apart from the TARDIS. Even that looks different, both exterior and interior, and we can't wait to see that. But other than that, it's all new monsters, all new villains, new Doctor, new companions, new everything. This is a fresh start for Doctor Who. And personally, that's something I'm really excited about, because as much as I love the Moffat era, I loved the Capaldi era so much, I think it's great for the show, and I think it's just great for us as fans to just have that complete reset, refresh, get all these new friends they're now called, rather companions, to get introduced to, of course, a brand new Doctor as well, and really sort of expanding the Doctor universe by introducing lots of new monsters, villains, aliens, or whatever as a sort of opposition to the Doctor for each episode. I think that's a great opportunity to expand that rather than just using classic monsters over and over again. So I'm really looking forward to see all the fantastic new ideas and variety of this series that I'm sure we're going to get. Of course, we're expecting very much it to be in an episode of the week format. There's going to be very little of a story arc, so there will be a brand new story that you can tune into every single week between now and nearly Christmas. Personally, on that fact, I'm a little bit disappointed if there's not much of a story arc, just because I do love a nicely interwoven arc that runs throughout a series. Of course, the Crack in Time Series 5 is the absolute peak of that. But I've always just enjoyed these plot lines that kind of run through the whole series leading up to the big finale. So I hope we do still get at least some aspect of that, and certainly some of the reviews have hinted at something, even if Chris Chibnall's not really talking it up too much. I do really hope that we do get some sort of big explosive finale where everything comes together, because that's what's so great about those sort of finales in Doctor Who, is what you always want to see, these plot lines building up to a massive conclusion at the end of the series. So as much as I'm looking forward to the variety and seeing all these sort of new monsters and ideas, I do hope there is a plotline through the series as well, just to kind of lead it all to a nice conclusion at the end. Of course, Jodie Whittaker is the Doctor, first ever female Doctor. How's that going to go? I'm certainly very excited. I love her as an actress. She's fantastic. From the clips we've seen so far, I think she's going to be amazing. She really, I think, just has that sort of personality and style that fits the Doctor so well. And all the reviews so far have been so fantastically positive about her as the Doctor as well, and really saying, it doesn't matter she's a female, who cares? And I agree, who cares? It doesn't matter that she is a female Doctor. She is the Doctor. That's all we need to know. Who cares about the gender? It really doesn't matter. I think from the reviews, she is going to be fantastic. I think very much a change to what we had in Capaldi's Doctor. She's going to be a much more kind of warmer, light-hearted, easier to sort of engage with and enjoy Doctor, but that doesn't mean that she's going to be any better or worse than Capaldi, just a very different style of it. I think more leaning towards maybe a David Tennant style of Doctor, which I don't think is a bad thing at this stage of the show. Of course, we've got a whole raft of new writers and new directors as well to be able to bring their new sort of ideas and impetus to the show, which I think is fantastic, because it just means, because there's not many sort of old writers from the previous series, apart from Chris Chibnall, who's running the show, that just gives the opportunity for more completely new ideas and new storytelling styles almost, I think, for Doctor Who, which is a fantastic thing to look forward to. Of course, in some ways, it's quite difficult to do this preview for Series 11 because we don't really know very much. I have actively avoided spoilers since the filming began in, I believe, October, November last year. I've just really wanted to try and know as little as possible going into it so I can really enjoy it fresh without having everything spoiled already, as I've had the last couple of series. So there probably are people who know a fair bit more than me about the show. Please guys, don't spoil it in the comments below. I would love to just go in as fresh as I possibly can. But I am trying my best to give as much sort of interesting info as I can, and as we go through the episodes, of course, reviewing and everything, I'll be able to give lots of detail then. We know so far, of course, the first episode is called The Woman Who Fell to Earth, the second episode, The Ghost Monument. I don't think we had a title for episode 3, and episode 4 is called The Witchfinders, and I know one of the things that has been rumoured for Series 11 of Doctor Who is the possibility of a pure historical story for the first time since, I believe, 1965. So it's been a long old time to have a story that is purely historical, no alien threat in it at all, you're purely facing off against some old kings or something like that. And it would certainly be very interesting to try and attempt that nowadays, because it's really sort of something that they went away from because they weren't very popular back in the 60s. So it's been rumoured around for a while, and I sense there will be more historical episodes generally in this series. I think that's something that I just know there's sort of 2 or 3 coming up, so I think that's sort of something interesting. Not necessarily my favourite types of stories personally, but I think there's a lot of potential in that sort of a story as well, and certainly something to look forward to. Of course, we know there's no returning monsters in this series, at least as far as Chris Chibnall has told us, so no Daleks, nothing to look forward to like that. But as I say, that's not a problem for me. And also we've got a Christmas special, which I think is fantastic as well, because it was looking a little bit iffy as whether that was going to happen, but it has been, I think, essentially confirmed now that there will be a Christmas special. And it will actually only be airing about 2 and a bit weeks after the finale of Series 11, because it started so late in the year. It's not, I think episode 10's airing on the 9th of December, so it's very much just 2 weeks before Christmas, and then we'll get a Christmas special as well. So it's very much a sort of all the way through to Christmas, there's huge amounts of Doctor Who to look forward to. Certainly I can't wait to see the dynamic between the new Doctor Who team, or the TARDIS team, now called the Doctor's Friends, with Graham, Ryan and Yasmin as the 3 companions. I'm looking forward to seeing what each of those can kind of bring to the party. I think it might be an element of sort of focusing on a different companion each week, at least early on, and kind of having the story a little bit more tailored to them, maybe after their introductory in the first episode. Going forward, we might sort of focus on one, then focus on the next, and focus on the next, because that's quite a nice way to sort of keep them all involved, but also give a nice focus and develop their characters through the episodes as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really interested to see what Bradley Walsh is going to do as a companion as well. I sense he'll be a little bit of light relief, but maybe he'll be a bit like Nardole and kind of work through and become more of a serious character through the series, and really get heavily involved in the show as well. So I'm looking forward to how he progresses as a companion alongside Jodie. But certainly I think that's really one of the elements that this series is going to excel in, because of course we've got Chris Chibnall writing the show, who has fantastic experience of writing Broadchurch and writing sort of drama like that. And so I think, and he's certainly got a great sort of style for writing really good characters and creating really good sort of families and landscapes, and kind of creating sort of communities and everything like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he kind of looks to write those sort of stories about bringing these friends together and kind of developing these characters through the series, because I think he's going to do a great job of that. So I'm really just looking forward to that element of it as well. Of course, as you all know, I'm a massive fan of music in Doctor Who, so with Segun Akinola, the new composer for Series 11 of Doctor Who, I'm really looking forward to what he's going to be bringing to the party, to just give a slightly new feel to the show. The first thing is, of course, the theme tune, which, as far as we know, slight spoiler alert here, there will be no opening title / opening theme. We will only hear at least the theme music at the end of the episode. It won't be until episode 2 that we properly see the title sequence and the sort of music, which I must clarify is not abnormal at all. Generally, dramas don't have a title sequence in episode 1. It's usually often not until episode 2 that you actually see any sort of titles to it. So that's, I guess, is a different approach to what Doctor Who's done in the past, but I don't think it's anything too out of the ordinary for drama more generally. But certainly the signs we've been getting is that the music, the theme tune for Series 11 Doctor Who is going to be one of the closest, I think I read somewhere, the closest we've ever had to the original, which is really exciting to sort of prospect to think about, that it might be going back to its roots in terms of the sort of theme tune for the series. And so I'm really, really, really looking forward to hearing what that's like. And also, of course, hearing the sort of musical score to the episodes as well. It's been talked about that it's a sort of more atmospheric score, so maybe rather than Murray Gold, who was fantastic at scoring, but there were more kind of triumphant sort of pieces of music that were really kind of taking control of the scene almost. Obviously a lot of iconic themes in there, but I sense Segun's music might be a little bit more, not sort of low key, but not quite as kind of sort of noticeable and triumphant throughout the episodes. It'll be a more sort of listening back, and you'll notice the music a bit more. It's leading, just sort of guiding the scenes through and adding to them, rather than really trying to control and sort of lead the scenes. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to how that's going to all come together. And of course, I had a couple of people asking about this. I will be doing my absolute best to put together some episodes of music for Series 11 as well. It depends, because of the way I do it, it depends on how the music is mixed. If it's mixed in the same way as it was in Series 10 and every single series of Doctor Who so far, perfect, I can do it. But if it's mixed in a different way, it's possible I won't be able to do it. So certainly I'm planning to, but we'll just have to wait and see at the moment, I think. And so overall, guys, I'm really excited for Series 11 of Doctor Who. Sorry I haven't been able to kind of tell you too much about this series, just because there isn't that much to say. We don't really know that much about the series, other than we've got 10 fantastic episodes of Doctor Who, plus a Christmas special to look forward to over the next few months. I think it's going to be a fantastic ride with a brand new team behind the cameras as well as in front of it, creating a whole sort of new feel to the show. All the reviews have said it really almost feels like a different show. It really feels about as far as you could get from the sort of Moffat era, I think, which I think is fantastic, and the fresh start that Doctor Who needs at the moment. So I am so excited for Doctor Who Series 11 to begin in just a few hours. And also just to mention that videos wise, coming up over the next sort of few months, I am going to be trying to get reviews out at least for every single episode, hopefully the episodes of music as well, as I said. Some other sort of general discussion videos hopefully about Series 11 and sort of if there's interesting topics to pull out of it as we go through. I have recorded several Megan Reacts reviews as well with Megan, and hopefully sort of through this, when I have gaps in time, I'll be able to slot those in as well. But don't worry, they have been recorded and they are coming up at some point in the future. You might just have to wait a little bit for them. But quickly, guys, before the episode airs tonight, do let me know in the comments below, what are you looking forward to about this episode, this series as a whole? Just let me know all your thoughts and feelings going into Series 11 of Doctor Who. But other than that, guys, remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Enjoy the episode tonight, guys. Bye!